Hi everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to do something a little bit different than what we've done before. Something that we became more aware with Kayla's health is the products in our house and the cosmetics you put on, stuff like that.
Stuff like the material things that you use every day.
That isn't as good for your body. So we'll just give a rundown of the things we've learned over the years dealing with our health that's not the best to use. And I don't know much about it because I didn't do much research, so she'll be doing most of the talking. But yeah, I think she's gonna tell a little bit of her story and stuff, so have the mic.
So yeah, it was about 5 years ago. It's probably when I was 17 or something like that, rough estimate, of when I started having a rash, and I would have called it a heat rash. I've always dealt with skin problems, and I didn't really say anything because it wasn't like it would come and go really fast and not stay around very long, so it didn't bother me. But over time, at the same time, I was dealing with a lot of irregular hormones. And it's not only me that had that problem, Shelly has also had that problems. Different stories, of course, but we both had hormone problems. And so we were like, we need to get that fixed because it was so messed up that I was sick all the time. I'd get headaches and all of that. So I knew it was very irregular and it needed to be changed. So we went to the midwife my mom used for some of us kids and having us. And we were like, do you have something that would help get my hormones regulated? And she gave us something for that, and it did end up helping tremendously. And we're like, also at this time my rash was getting worse and it was bothering me more, so we're like, well, let's see what she says. And she's like, well, it's actually probably a yeast infection. And she said it could be your clothes that you're wearing, so maybe consider switching some of that, or your laundry detergents. I don't know what other ideas she gave us, but she's like, think about doing that. So we did some of that, but nothing was helping. So we're like, gotta try something else. So we went to the skin specialist I was working with for my acne, and we were like, what can you do for this rash that I'm getting? We're thinking we were told it was probably a yeast infection, and that's what we thought it was, but we think maybe it's probably more something different. She's like, yeah, it's probably actually a eczema rash, which we've heard about, and we're starting to maybe think that's what it was, but we weren't sure. So we got that diagnosis, and she's like, I'll give you a cream and we'll hope that takes care of it. Unfortunately, cream did nothing, and just only was getting worse over time and using this cream for no good reason. So she's like, their next option is to take a shot, which is called a Dupixent shot, I believe.
Something like that.
And she said you could be one of those people that only take it for a couple weeks and it'll like clear it up. And I was like, whoa, yay. Or she said you could be one of those people that have to take it for the rest of their life. And my heart sank, and I was like, hopefully only the couple weeks. So she's like, well, let's start and see how it works for you. And it did seem like the first couple weeks that I was taking it, seemed like it was like keeping it at bay, and it seemed like it helped a little bit. So we stopped and hoping that would maybe start clearing it out. And as soon as I stopped, it was back at it again, like harder and I think worse. So we went back on the shots for another round of it, hoping maybe the second round would help. And unfortunately, we had to cut that round very short because of some other side effects I was starting to have, and can always go into that story later on. If you guys want to hear about that, you can just comment a heart or something and then we'll know. But it was cut very short because of that. And it kind of led us to the journey where we are on now with my doctor we are working with now. And it's been a long couple years. I think it's been like 2 years or more with her.
Something like that, yeah.
And there's times where we have doubted. Like, we've all been like, are we actually getting anywhere? Because for my situation, there was not a lot of evidence that stuff was happening. But I can finally say that I feel like we are getting somewhere. And I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, like people say.
Sometimes she'll have to go into more detail because she did a very short thing.
Yeah, but it's a very long story.
Yeah.
And I feel like I need to share it, but right now we're still like working with it, and
this video is more just like on the products that we've changed and stuff, not really
that help me through the situation. Because I think there is a lot of people out there that would probably have some of the same things, because even like going through that and researching different things, I find people out there that dealt with the same thing and that are dealing with the same thing, but they're still trying to get answers. So I would like to.
So now that she's done sharing a rough outline of her story, we're going to just dive right into the changes we've made. But a quick scientific fact before we start out is our skin is the biggest organ of our body, which is understandable because it covers our whole body.
Yeah. And so it does matter what you put on your body,
matters.
because your skin will, like if you put lotion on, that will seep into your skin, then into your bloodstream, which then causes lots of problems. So you gotta kind of have to watch that. And another fact was, so in our country, the FDA approves, doesn't allow 11 ingredients. But in the European countries, they ban 1,325 ingredients.
So that tells you how much bad ingredients we have in our stuff.
And that is like in their ingredients, that could be like ingredient that they see a little bit of facts that something is not what it's like, that it is bad. But ours, I guess we just like figure it out someday. Like, I don't know. I'd like to do a lot more research on why it's so why it's more strict over in other countries and not in ours. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. We don't know. So yeah, there is your few like scientific facts. And before like going into farther and giving you like different products, I will say, if you are dealing with health issues, we don't want you to just go into taking everything that I started. Please consult your doctor, because I know I did a lot of asking my doctor, like, okay, is this going to hurt me if I start doing this?
Yeah.
And she helped us out a lot with that.
Because everybody has different skin types or whatever.
And everybody's like, you don't want to put yourself 10 steps back when you could be 10 steps.
Yeah, because for me, I could use practically anything, and it doesn't affect me. But it
could later on affect you, which we'll get
like
into that.
Yeah, like what I'm saying is everybody's
different, and so don't take what we say and run with it. Do your own research. Look at your own ingredients on your list, and don't always believe the label, because
they might say it's
good, but they aren't always. Unfortunately, you can get products, they can put products out there without getting it approved, and it says it's clean and everything, but it's not always, which is sad. I don't know how that's even possible, but I guess it just is. And I think that maybe why it's that way is the economy has gotten to where we need to put the products out there faster and get more money, which is nice. You can get more money, but maybe we should do it at a safer way and still get more money. Like,
cover all of our steps, not just rush through it.
Whatever. Anyway, so just watch out, read your ingredients, and talk to your doctor.
Yeah. We would try and read the ingredients to watch out for, but it is a lot.
We're just gonna pop up
words, so we're just gonna pop up a picture.
I do know the two main ones that that I've done research on, and that actually my doctor has said is parabens and phthalates, right? Is that how you say it? Something in the PT.
We'll pop it up.
Yeah, right there. those two can be hormone disruptors. So that's not only just for us ladies, that's for men as well. It can cause a lot of things, and there's a lot of ingredients that cause hormone stuff. It can cause like there are ingredients that are bad, and we can list them here. It can cause like the short-term things. Well, obvious one is irritation and dizziness and burns, which probably some of the products I was irritating me. And yeah, dizziness. Also, the long-term effects could be cancer, organ damage, birth defects, and nerves and reproductive system. So like you could be having problems getting pregnant, could cause fertility problems, which is also a fact. You can look it up. People out there probably don't like to say that, but more and more as we think about it, we know so many people that has had problems getting pregnant or like fertility problems, and it's just a known thing out in the world right now. Everybody's having problems. We're not saying that watching out for your bad ingredients is going to solve all of our problems with that and our health issues, but I feel like we can prevent some of that. And we want you guys to just go along with us and learn more about it, because we're still learning, and we just want to get the news out there. Everybody else can start studying into it.
Because years ago we didn't even know about this, so
honestly, years ago I never would have imagined myself being this way. So,
and I think it's gotten worse over the years. They put
ingredients has
worse.
changed. What they could have used 10 years ago, 50 years ago, 70 years ago may not be the same as today. So there is an argument out there like, well, your parents used this ingredient or this product and they were perfectly fine. Like, I used it and nothing has happened. That is the case. There is probably that way, and I have parents that aren't like having major problems, but I've heard also that if you could take the step to making your life healthier and prevent some of that, even if you didn't then and you get cancer later, like if you could have changed some of that, why wouldn't you if it doesn't hurt you to do it? So it's just something to think about. Like, if you can prevent some of that, why wouldn't you want to try? May not ever happen. You may never have any major health problems, but you could maybe
also take the precautions.
Yeah. We will, I think, dive into what we use and different things that we change.
I guess, laundry.
Yeah. One of the main first things was our laundry detergent. I remember back when it first started, Mom was like, maybe it's our laundry soap that you're reacting to. So we changed that to Free and Clear, I think it was. And over time we've changed that because we felt like we'd find something better, because it was a better kind, but
probably not the best.
Yeah. So right now we are using the Clean People. And
it's just like little sheets.
It's kind of weird. Cool. It's kind of like dry sheets.
We put one of those in and then like a little bit of vinegar.
Yeah. So you can make your own, and I'm sure there's even better ones than that, but right now that's what we found, and I'm still doing research on all of that. But
we've even changed our dishwasher soap too
to something healthier, and we will pop up the list here of like the things that you want to look out for. The big old list of
and then maybe at the end we'll have like some photos of the things we've changed, or we'll put it on Instagram or something.
Yeah, something like that. And so that's kind of what we did. And then for cleaning supplies, we changed pretty quickly to the Myers soap, which I then, like a couple days ago, found out that it's probably not the greatest. It might be better than your, like some of your, like Clorox is better than that, but it's probably not the greatest. So I want to do more research on that and figure out why and what. And I'm sure there's better things out there. So if you can find that, you can always tell me.
Yep.
I'd like to know. So yeah, that's kind of with the cleaning stuff and all of that. And then also a few things that you could maybe change in your kitchen that we started changing was to use more glass dishware and do a lot of your baking in like glass instead of which I don't know who does.
Well,
there is,
but you can't do it in plastic anyway.
So just getting rid of a lot of your plastic dishware, because plastic has a lot of chemicals. Has a lot of chemicals in, and it's not great. You can just look it up, and it's not the most healthiest thing for you around. So just eliminating that. And we actually cook a lot of our food in like skillets or like a skillet pan. We do a lot of breakfasts, and even sometimes I do dinner and like supper on that.
I mean, it's kind of weird how they're more healthy when you don't even use soap to wash it, but
well, there are some people that you can like use some soap for it, but you have to use special soap for it. We don't, but we found that it's just better not to. And there's also another controversy subject, if you wash your skillets or if you don't. So that's just up to you guys. If you want to, you may. We're not gonna get into that subject. But yeah, just changing something like that and starting to eliminating your plastics. And another thing is, if you have plastic cutting boards, I would highly recommend just chucking them out the trash and making yourself one by hand, like getting a piece of wood and doing it that way, or even glass. Cutting boards are better than plastic. Little backstory on plastic and why they're bad is when you cut your stuff, veggies or potatoes or whatever you're cutting on the cutting board, you're cutting little grooves, which then holds bacteria in it, and putting it in the dishwasher or just scrubbing it by hand is not getting the bacteria out, so then you're eating bacteria.
And also
little wee pieces of plastic are then getting in your food. You can't digest that as well, and you're just putting lots of chemicals and stuff in your body, which is disgusting.
It's not very good. So
because we say we're supposed to save turtles with trash bag. I mean, so I mean, like, why shouldn't we save the humans by eating less plastic? And you could say wood, little shavings of wood would come off, and that is the case, but you can digest wood faster. In fact, so there's another thing that you can change in your kitchen. I think that's kind of all we do in the kitchen.
Okay, so now on to what we cosmetics.
Yeah, I probably changed more, but she kind of followed.
Well, yeah, because I don't have as much that I put on these. This is my underarm. It is Salt and Stone underarm. It's pretty cool.
And I think
I think
my doctor may have said it was good or decent.
I went to her doctor before, and she had said to use this because we asked her. So that's what I use, and then for like my body soap, I just use
this bar of soap, which we both use bar of soap. Actually, my mom uses it too. Kind of like all of us girls took into.
I used to not because I thought it didn't have soap.
I didn't either. I was just like, this is weird. Like, why use a bar of soap? I never liked it,
but now I love it.
Also, I don't think I was using the right bar of soap when I had that. And we get this from our friends that make it. And they make lotion and all sorts of stuff. And we use their bar of soap. I normally get plain because it doesn't have fragrance. And I don't really love fragrance. So I use the plain. And then we also use their lotion, which they make. And this is all made from goat's milk, I think.
Yeah.
And we use plain lotion as well. And it works good. So you can...
And then for my hair soap, recently I've been using a bar of soap. It's like a ginger or something. It's just like a shampoo bar. I guess you don't have to have conditioner. I'm not sure because it just came with the shampoo bar. But I'm not really loving it because it's not really I deal with like dry skin and blah blah blah. And it's not really helping with that. So I'll probably move on to something else. But
it is better.
One of the ones I use.
It's better. And that is the thing with like shampoos and some of that. You kind of have to go try it out, and if it doesn't work, you can move on to something different.
Everybody's hair is different.
Because I use something different than her, and the one I'm using now is supposed to be better, has free of some things, but I'm not sure if I'm loving it quite yet either, and we're just working with it because I only had it for a little bit, so we're not going to really share mine because I'm still in limbo. But I just watched the ingredient list and then try it. So yeah, you just have to figure out what works for your hair type and your skin and kind of go from there and just watch your ingredient list again. We'll just keep saying that, watch your ingredient list, because that is a very good thing to watch. And also another thing that can help you look for like if ingredients are good is we have an app on my phone. I can just scan a barcode, and it's called EWG Healthy Living, and you can scan a barcode or type it in your product in, and it will pop up if it's like moderate or risk
It
or
doesn't
less
have
risk.
everything.
Yeah, granted they don't have everything, but it does. I was having fun going around the house and just like scanning stuff, and it does tell you some things, and it just opens your eyes a little bit. But then also don't just believe that and then read it. Like actually read the ingredient list so that you have it.
Yeah.
So another lotion I use or have used over the time with working with my rash is called shea butter, and it's like a lotion moisturizer, and it's kind of weird, but it's just one ingredient is shea butter. So I use that as also another lotion. And something that we both switched is our toothpaste. It's called Risewell toothpaste. I also heard a lot about the Just Ingredients toothpaste. It's a powder toothpaste. I've heard a lot of good things about that one, and I'd like to try it sometime, but I don't know why. It just doesn't quite seem like toothpaste to me. So we're sticking with this one right now, and then maybe also this one's cheaper. So I think if I remember right, this was cheaper, and it's easier to get here too because you can order off Amazon. So that's why I probably. Anyways, so we did that. So then this is another thing I changed just recently, actually. I was looking for like a perfume because I'm like, my regular perfume probably is not that great. So I've heard a lot of things about this, and I finally gave in and I bought it. Supposedly it's supposed to be a cleaner one. I'd like to do even more research and do it more myself, but from what I could tell right now, it does seem like a better kind. And it's called Dime, and it smells really good. Like I've got a little wee packet to smell which one I liked. This one was the best one so far that I smelled, and I like that brand so far. Granted, probably going without perfume every day is probably better off because you're putting fragrance on you, but there's special occasions that you just want to smell extra good. Am I right? Mm-hmm. So we are using Dime right now. And then for my underarm, something I struggled with for a long time switching over, and my doctor was one thing she said, please try to get something that has without aluminum in it, because it's not helping you to have aluminum in your underarm. And I thought I had picked something out that it wasn't having aluminum in, but unfortunately I looked at the ingredients and it was not the case. It still had aluminum in it, and I was like, oh dear. So I went on this rampage of trying to find something and trying different underarms, but I've always got a rash under my underarms. I was like,
it's very bad rash.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh.
Yeah. So I was like, I can't do it. Like, I would live in pure misery changing it. Like, there's no way. Even literally after like an hour, a couple hours per day,
like a rash,
it would be really bad. And so I was like, I can't change it. Like, I'm stuck with using like the worst kind of underarm ever. And so I was like, can't do it. But then I found something that changed it, and it's called what's it called? Curie. It is a they had a detox mask that you can put on your underarm, kind of like you put on your face, but you can put it on your underarm, and it then helps you transfer over to like a healthier kind. And if I did not use that, I don't think I've ever would have gotten to using this primarily pure deodorant, which is I'm using right now, and can use it every day now without getting a rash. Hooray! So if I did not use that detox mask, I don't know if that detox mask, it was supposed to be a cleaner ingredient, and I think it was, because it was free from aluminum at least, but it might not be perfect. Like I said, it's just, it helped me transfer to even a better one. This one has like little to no ingredients and has stuff that doesn't affect me like it used to. And over the time of transferring, I would go a couple days, or like if I wasn't doing much, I wouldn't wear underarm, and I would only put the detox mask on at night to help detox. And yeah, eventually worked. It kind of sounds disgusting not wearing underarm, but I mean, gotta do what you gotta do, right? So now I'm to this, and it works great. So yeah, that's pretty much with our cosmetics that we changed. There's lots of things I've done, like, along with that, like underlying things that I will give in my health issue video. I will
because
go into
she
detail.
didn't go in near detail because she did
I did many other things along with that, but
other
that is
detoxes and so yeah, she needs to tell her story, but not
today. Save time
because we're not making a movie.
Yeah, that's literally what it would be. So there's many other things, but another thing I changed to, and I would try to wear as much 100% cotton clothing, at least to bed, and my underclothing. So I did change that. Hasn't been that long since I've done that, but I've started to do that because you can't change your whole wardrobe. Like, I don't have that much money to like chuck everything out the door. Also, we make our own dresses, so that's a whole different thing. Like,
yeah,
I would not want to wear 100% cotton dresses, so it's really stiff. But I did find a couple like clothings, and I think she even has a few shirts that are 100% cotton that she wears. So I did change some of that. It's supposed to be better. It's a better fabric for you, and it's just supposed to be healthier for you. It's not like it doesn't have lots of plastic in your fabric like polyester does and some of the other fabrics. So you can just look up the worst fabrics out there for you, and it'll line them up for you, and you can just be like, okay, I kind of want to try to avoid that as much as possible when buying new clothes when your others wear out. So yeah, that's that. And I changed my sheets to like cotton sheets. I don't think she might not have, but it was something I did more because I wanted stuff to less irritate my skin, so far it's doing its job, I guess. So,
and yeah, we're all slowly transferring, but it's a slow thing because you don't want to just like one day get rid of everything.
That's just not possible. So yeah, just maybe start with your underarm, like something easy like that. Your toothpaste, when you run out of your underarm before, look at another ingredient, be like, maybe this one would be better, and try that one. Just when something runs out, maybe look into something better.
Yep. Well, thanks for watching and hearing us out. We hope you at least learned something new.
Yeah,
I'm sure you probably, maybe not. Maybe
you might have all known about it. Yeah, maybe you guys knew about it before us.
And we're just like
behind times.
But we just thought we would share what we know so that you guys are aware of it. And yeah, like we said before, we'll do a food one because she's also started watching food, and then we've all started watching food, and so, so yeah, we'll do. It's not something that our whole family has adapted to. Like, it's probably mostly just us girls. Yeah, but it's something that we are starting to change stuff in our house, so it kind of affects the whole family. Yeah. So, just want to give you guys a warning and tell you what we know, so that you guys are aware of things that can cause problems later down the road. So yeah, if you want to see more videos, make sure to subscribe so that you can see all those new videos that come up, because there will be more of Kayla's story, and I might share my story sometime, and yeah, just all things. Yep. And if you guys do have questions about any of this, please comment them down below, and we'll do our best abilities to answer them. We're not no doctor or scientist. We're not professionals yet on all of this, and we're still learning, so we'll try to answer them to our best of our abilities. And you can also email, I think we have an email listed, so you can email us if you want it to be more private, and we'll try to answer it. And if you know us personally, message us or do something, and we'll try to answer them. Yep. Thanks so much for watching. See you next week.